I was handcuffed, leg manacled, with other people leg manacled and handcuffed, and we're locked up in a roasting hot steel mobile prison, barely enough oxygen, and we had to sort of riot and bang the walls to get water. Finally, we were in that, I would guess, closer to 3 hours than 2, and then we were taken to Deported prison in Ramley, and we were banged up in the illegal immigrants section, which is rather bizarre because we didn't know which to even come into Israel. But we were put in that section, and every attempt that we made, repeated attempts to find out the legal basis on which we were being detained, which law was being broken, or what was the infraction, we got no answer at all. We asked for a piece of paper specifying why we were being held. Never produced, and it still has not been produced. So essentially it was like Kafka. We were told we were guilty, but we were not told what we were guilty of. And that continued up until I left the cell yesterday. I was taken out with an 83-year-old Quaker guy and taken to the airport, and we were frog marched directly onto the aircraft without anybody in the whole airport getting to see us.
Okay.
So every promise that was made was subsequently broken, and D and Fiona and all the men agreed and announced 2 days ago we were going to hunger strike yesterday morning to, one, get a phone call that was repeatedly denied, and two, to be given the legal basis on which we were being detained. We kept up the hunger strike for 2 days. Well, yesterday, all day yesterday, I think it's been called off now because they were given the phone call. That was some sort of tribunal, but it was absolutely amazing. Dee went in front of it. I could watch her we could stand on the bunks in our cells and look out into the courtroom where this thing was being conducted. There were 6 Israeli officials, and each one of us went past them one at a time. So it was an attempt at intimidation. The guy who was presiding when I went through didn't speak very good English. Others were sort of walking about chatting on their mobile phones. One was sitting on the back of his chair with his feet on the chair. The others were scowling and growling. I asked the one guy, he asked me what my name was. I gave him my name. I said politely, "Can you tell me your name?" And he refused to do so. When I asked the legal grounds in which we were being detained, he told me that was it, the interview was over.
Wow.
That's as far as we ever got. So I think the Israelis are in trouble, in the sense that we understand the politics of what happened to us, but they have no legal basis. And the point I would like to make repeatedly is the habeas corpus. When the state grabs you, it has to give a justification for grabbing you. That we operated completely outside any sort of legal protection when we were in Israeli custody.